Over the past few weeks, I've received so many questions from our viewers. Please keep the questions coming, as I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. You can send them to Gary@GaryMartinHayes.com. Now I'd like to share a question that I received from one of our viewers, and they've given me permission to discuss the facts of their case. They wrote, "Dear Gary, I have a question for you. I was driving on I-20 about 8 o'clock in the evening. My two kids were in the back in their booster seats. A car swerved in my lane, clipped the rear of my car, and caused me to spin out of control, and I hit the retaining wall. When my car finally stopped, I was just sitting there in shock. My kids were crying hysterically. The guy that hit me kept going. An elderly man that was behind me stopped to help me, and he saw the whole thing happen, but he wasn't able to get any information on the tag of the vehicle to give to the police. We were all taken by ambulance to the hospital, and I know we need follow-up care, but I am honestly at a loss. I don't know what to do about my car, my medical bills, and our future medical treatment. Can you help me?" And that came to us from Amber in Hiram. And Amber was involved in a very serious collision, and I'm thankful that we were able to help her. And I've handled a lot of claims, just like Amber's, where the people in the car did not survive. So happy that she did. But we know from her question that the man who caused this wreck fled the scene, and the police were never able to locate him or his vehicle. This situation is referred to as a hit-and-run wreck. And sadly, this happens more than one would think. In the situations where the hit-and-run drivers were identified and caught, we found some factors that played a role in the defendants fleeing the scene of the wreck. One, the driver was intoxicated. Two, they did not have a valid driver's license. Three, the driver was illegally in the country. Four, their car was not insured. Five, there were active warrants for the driver's arrest. Now let's dig a little deeper into these factors. According to a study by the AAA Foundation of Traffic Safety, 21% of all traffic fatalities between 1993 and 1999 involved drivers who did not have a valid driver's license. A report by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration indicated that the 7 states with the highest hit-and-run fatalities directly corresponded to the states with the largest population of illegal immigrants. Crash data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration show that the number of fatal hit-and-run accidents is increasing. 2009, there were 1,274 crashes. 2010, 1,393 crashes. And in 2011, 1,449 crashes. 2011 was the last year from which we had the most complete data. But that is a 13.7% increase in wrecks with hit-and-run drivers just over that 3-year period. All right, let's talk about your legal options if you're involved in a hit-and-run wreck. If we can't locate the at-fault driver, then there is no way you can know whether or not that person had liability insurance. So the next thing that we would do is investigate your own insurance coverage. We want to find out if you have what's called uninsured motorist coverage. So this is often abbreviated as UM or UIM on your insurance policy's declarations page. Uninsured motorist coverage, or UM, applies in a situation where the defendant does not have insurance, or in Amber's case, when the identity of the at-fault driver is unknown because they fled the scene and they are never apprehended. It's important to note that Georgia law does not require you to have UM coverage, as it's optional. However, I encourage everyone to please make sure you have this coverage on your policy because of the number of people that are driving without insurance on Georgia's highways and on our nation's highways. Now, let me talk about uninsured motorist coverage in a little more detail. If we receive word from your insurance company that you did not have UM coverage on your policy, we take it a step further. Georgia law holds that for policies that are issued or renewed on or after January 1, 2009, insurance companies must provide insureds the option of selecting either added-on uninsured motorist coverage or reduced uninsured motorist coverage. So this is what I want to do. I want to see the actual application showing that you were given the option to select or reject UM coverage. If the insurance company cannot produce the application showing that you specifically rejected UM coverage, then coverage is in force and effect. And if you have uninsured motorist coverage on your policy, we immediately put your insurance company on notice about the wreck as well as your injuries. The failure to do this in a timely fashion could result in your insurance company denying coverage for your claim because you didn't comply with the notice requirements in the insurance contract. Now, I know this is a lot of information. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, especially in a hit and run situation, and you don't hire an attorney, you are letting the insurance company hang on to your money. Plain and simple. That money could be used to take care of your past medical expenses, your future medical needs, or to help you catch up on your lost wages that you've incurred because of the wreck. Please, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family to call me to discuss the facts of your specific claim. The consultation is free. It is completely confidential and there is no obligation. So you owe it to yourself, to your family, to get the help that you need. So give me a call right now, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Again, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1, or you can visit our website, GaryMartinHayes.com, to learn more about me and my law firm.